I am totally convinced that not drinking alcohol for over a year has really improved my off-season gains. It's been a while since I've made a video because I've literally had nothing to say, but I've been thinking about this subject a lot lately, and this is a video about how I have really made more off-season gains. It has been over a year since I've had any alcohol, and when I look back at it, it's easy to see some changes. When I quit drinking, I almost went immediately into prep. Yeah, it was a difficult prep, but I looked a lot better. I was a lot sharper, and I didn't cheat on my prep or anything. And I just felt like even under the mental torture of prep, I didn't make poor judgments like I had in the past when I was having even a little bit of alcohol during my prep. So then the question comes up, how did it improve my off season? And that's a good question. So the main thing is that when I was drinking, I would lose my appetite and I wouldn't be very hungry. And so sometimes I'd skip my later meals. And then I wouldn't feel great in the morning, so I wouldn't eat as much during the morning, and I just didn't feel very well. And even when I only had just a little bit to drink, the alcohol just curbed my appetite, and I just knew I wasn't eating much as I should. And in the long run, when I look back at it, boy, have I saved a lot of money by not buying alcohol, because I was a Tito's man, and I drank a lot of Tito's and club soda, and that carbonation filled me up and just curbed my appetite, and I just wasn't interested in having food. Another reason, and probably the second most important reason why I feel like I have made more off-season gains this year, is because my amount of personal and emotional stress has really gone down. I still have the financial stress, but having my girlfriend in my life, who we've been together about a year now, has really made a big difference in my life. And so when I get stressed out about something, my stomach gets upset and I don't eat. And when you have a sour stomach and you're supposed to be eating during the off season, I just can't do it. I'm not interested in eating, and I just don't eat. So having that emotional stress come down has really helped a lot. And when I had alcohol, it amplified that stress, that emotional stress. So when I did make the decision to quit drinking, it helped calm me down and not take it as hard. I think if I drank a lot during those stress even more, I probably would have done even worse. All right, another really important thing that has changed is having a bedtime and actually getting sleep. When my life was in turmoil, I never knew when I was going to go to bed. It might be 9 o'clock, it might be midnight. I might go to bed buzzed, I might go to bed slosh drunk. So now, having a regular bedtime, I usually go to bed, I'm usually sleep around 10, and my alarm goes off at 6. So at least I'm getting 8 hours in the sack. So when I was drinking, I know that affected my sleep patterns as well. Here's an important thing about sleep, and I'm going to link a video below about it from the Institute of Human Anatomy, and they talk about the importance of sleep and growth hormone. So during those times I was so stressed out, I never remember dreaming. I honestly never remember dreaming at all. And that was because my sleep patterns were so up and down and interrupted all the time. And now that I'm getting consistent sack time and consistent sleep periods, I dream every night. So I know I'm getting the proper sleep cycles. And during those sleep cycles, that's when growth hormone is infused into your blood system from the pituitary gland. That's important. And, not that I've grown tremendously, but, I'm about 15 pounds heavier than I normally get during my off season. So I think that is a contributing factor as well. My rest and my recovery has significantly improved, and I'm taking the naps, and I'm only working out 4 days a week, but it's really intense. So I'm getting the rest and the recovery that my body needs. Once again, for the umpteenth time, I'm going to state that I am not natural. I have never said that I was natural. I'm an IFBB pro, and that's just the way it is. So a month, maybe 2 months ago, I put out an Instagram reel saying that I think one of the reasons why I'm having a better off season this year is because I'm sleeping and I'm eating, and because of my technical skills, I'm getting better. And man, the haters came out in droves, and they said it's only because of the gear. You know, you're just, that's all you are. You're just gear. And let me explain something to you. When you are taking gear, if you don't work out the right way, you don't eat, and you don't sleep, all the sum total of what you're going to get is acne, small balls, bald, and an empty wallet, and nothing good's going to happen. So all these things have to be in place for those compounds to really work. And as far as my off-season use, it is actually just a little bit less than I normally do, because I know I've got some kidney issues that I'm trying to take care of. So I've backed off on some of the compounds that I used to use, and I'm not using them now. Having the extra weight and food and rest in me hasn't, it's been to my advantage. So I'm really happy about that. So I've been working out for decades now. I've been a pro since 2018. I have been on the stage since 2016. And over time with my coach, Rod Smith, who's been doing all my preps, and working with Dorian Yates for a couple years, my technique and knowledge and my obsession with body mechanics and learning everything about it, all this stuff has fallen into place. So my workouts are far better than what they've ever been before. And if I had only known what I know now, when I started competing in 2016 and I started working out to be on the stage in late 2014, if I had known 10 years ago what I know now, boy, would I be a lot better. But hindsight is 20/20, right? So because I am so technical in what I do, my workouts and my workout intensity is far superior than what it used to be. My God, boy, I wish I had a young body now and see what I could do with it. The things that I have learned over decades of being in the fitness industry and being a personal trainer, my clients are getting the best of that. So they're the ones who truly benefit from all the study that I have done, all my education and experience. So that has been another really big factor in why this off season has been particularly good. Hey, I would appreciate it if you would hit that like button, and if you have a buddy that needs to hear this message, then please share this video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at masters_muscle. And yeah, although my channel is more geared toward masters level competitors, what I said today applies to all competitors. So if you want to have a much more productive off season, I'm going to suggest the following things. And what I suggest is exactly what all the elite pros do as well. And number one, drinking is out of the question. There's just no need for it whatsoever. None. Number two is have regular bedtimes, lots of rest and recovery, and naps if you need them. Get a really good coach who is concerned about you, who wants to know you and what works for you and what doesn't. So have a coach that really works well with your personality, and trust your coach. Be coachable. I've had a client or two that, I'm trying to get them ready for a show, but I'll ask somebody else, well, what do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? Listen to your coach. If they have the experience, then they will get you to where you don't want to go. Be coachable. And this is part of being a team player. And you need to do everything that you can to reduce stress in your life. And that is far easier said than done. But if you need to get rid of toxic relationships, get rid of them. I have no social life. I literally have no social life. I don't do much at all. All I do is get up, train people, train myself, eat, rest, and repeat. That's what it takes if you want to be at a higher level. And I'm not saying that I'm at a higher level. It's just that I know that's what it takes. A better off season does not mean, and I'm going to repeat this again, it does not mean more gear. No matter what you might think, more is not better. Again, more is not better. So I did a whole Instagram series about these compounds and how they work and what you should know about them. So watch that. Educate yourself. Use the stuff that's up here, this gray matter. It's up there for a reason. And a lot of people who make comments on my Instagram obviously are not using this stuff in their brain at all. So I use the principles I've talked to you about today, and I promise you'll have a much better off season. And hopefully I'll have another video coming out soon.